FoxAlien Masuter Pro, Sainsmart 4040 Pro, it's time for a duel. So ever since I started reviewing machines on this channel, I've managed to get away without doing a direct comparison between Sainsmart and FoxAlien. But with both of these machines on the market of very similar stature, it was inevitable, and I've already started getting a lot of questions about it. So I had to give the people what they wanted, and that is what we're doing in this video, a showdown between the two machines to figure out which one is going to be best for you. So obviously I've done a comprehensive review of both machines. Links will be appearing in the corner if you want to check them out. But the way I've approached this is taking multiple aspects of what makes a CNC machine, and we're going to do a simple checklist of which one wins each category. First up, we have work area. Now these are both advertised as 4040s, which is 400 by 400 working area. However, the Sainsmart is technically 430 by 400, so for work area, Sainsmart gets the win. Now I do believe aesthetics plays a part in your decision, and you obviously want your machine to look good. Now the FoxAlien has drag chains running on each axis, but a lot of the wiring on the Sainsmart has been hidden within the tubes, and for that reason the Sainsmart gets the win on aesthetics. The Z assemblies. Now both of these run on 10mm lead screws. The difference is the FoxAlien runs on linear rails, the Sainsmart runs on linear rods. Now the one thing I did point out about the Sainsmart machine in the review is because of the entire depth of the Z assembly, it could possibly lead to added flex on the X axis. The FoxAlien assembly is much more condensed and therefore minimises any wobble or flex that you may get. So for that reason I'm giving the win to the FoxAlien. Price. Now this is a very important category to most people because it defines really what they can afford. Now both of these machines sit around the $600 mark. Sometimes they do come down a bit lower depending on what offers each company are running. Do check out the links in the description area to the latest offers for both of these machines. But the reality is, as I say, they are both the same, so they're both going to get the win on price. What do you get in the box? Well, for the most part, you get exactly the same in both machines. You get some basic clamps, you get the Z probe. The biggest difference for me is the FoxAlien comes with the 65mm spindle holder included, whereas the Sainsmart machine, you have to buy that separately at another cost of $30. So for that reason, the FoxAlien gets the win in this category. So how easy is it to build these and get up and running? Well, they are both aimed at entry-level beginner CNCs. They both come partially assembled, so you're not going to struggle with either one. But the Sainsmart does only take around 10 to 15 minutes to get built, so that gets the win in this category. Electronics. Now they are both running newer 32-bit control boards, so they kind of cancel each other out. And if I'm honest, this was one of the most difficult categories that I struggled to decide. I do like the way that Sainsmart have done all the wiring in this and hidden a lot of things, and I even like the way that they've hidden the limit switches. The downside is, because everything is so hidden, they can be difficult to get to if you need to change or fix something. Also, the two mistakes that they made with where the power connects and the Z probe connection, I really disliked about this machine. So for that reason, I'm giving the FoxAlien the win in the electronics category.
The all-important power.
Now both of these machines do run NEMA 17 stepper motors. However, the ones on the Sainsmart are slightly more powerful. I think the FoxAlien ones are 1.3 amp, whereas the Sainsmart ones are 1.7 amp. So in the power category, the Sainsmart gets the win. Customer service or after service. Now this is a really important category, especially for those who are new to CNC and may struggle with certain things. Now both of these companies have 5-star customer service. I've been a member of both of their user groups for a long time, and they do deal with everything very fast, very efficiently, and the support service from both is great. So they both get the win in that category. Accessories and upgrades. Now both of these machines have spindles, they will take lasers, and they will also take routers like what we see here, so they kind of cancel each other out in those areas. But Sainsmart are promising a lot of future developments for this machine. They have said there is going to be a dedicated 4th axis coming for it and also an extension kit for it. However, I do know both of these are not in development yet. They are just starting to do the R&D around them, so chances are it's going to be much later in the year before they even hit the market. Whereas the FoxAlien machine, the extension kit is already available for it to expand this to a 400 by 800 long. So therefore, the FoxAlien gets the win based on the fact its accessories are already available. So it's becoming pretty obvious these two machines are balancing each other out. So let's scrub all that information away and focus on the one defining characteristic that is different between both machines. It is the age-old debate of what is better, a screw-driven machine or a belt-driven machine. Now, you don't have to be on a CNC forum for very long before somebody asks the question, what is better? Now, the reality is, if one was better than the other, well, then why would the other one even exist? And the truth is that they both have advantages. And I'm going to try and separate these out now and explain them and hopefully not mess up the physics behind them too much. So let's start with a lead screw-driven machine. Now, imagine trying to pick your car up, physically lift it up. Obviously, it is way too heavy, but if you put a car jack underneath that has got the thread that you turn, which turns really easy, it makes lifting the weight of that car very easy. It's a similar principle here. The screws essentially help you to drive this machine at more force or at higher forces, even though the power of the stepper motors are the same. You'll see this demonstration that I'm showing you now. The FoxAlien topped out at around 5 pounds worth of pulling pressure, whereas the FoxAlien, this was still going at over 20 pounds worth of pulling pressure, and that is basically where I stopped. It could have gone further, but I was running out of room for it to pull on the machine. Now, yes, there is a slight difference between the power of the stepper motor, so you would naturally expect a different pulling power between them, but it wouldn't be that much. The difference really is because one is lead screw driven versus one being belt driven. Now, if we move over to the other side, what is the advantage of a belt driven machine? Well, it's the acceleration. These can accelerate at a much faster rate than a screw driven machine, and ultimately why that is important, because you can get up to the speed that you need at a much faster rate, in theory making your job come out much quicker. Now, again, in the demonstration that I'm showing you on screen, the Sainsmart started to top out at around 2,500 to 3,000 millimeters per minute acceleration rate. I even took the spindle off just to minimize the weight and try and increase this, but it wouldn't go any higher than that. Whereas the FoxAlien machine, being belt driven, I took this up to 20,000 millimeters per minute acceleration, more than 10 times what the Sainsmart was doing, and it was still coping with it. So basically the difference is the acceleration that you can get on this is almost instant, whereas the Sainsmart machine has to build up a little bit more because of the screw drive on it. So those are the main two differences between the machines. So at the crucial part of the video where I feel like I'm about to annoy one manufacturer more than the other and should probably stop talking, but let me be crystal clear. These are both great machines, and I know that from reviewing both of them you can achieve brilliant things with either one. If you are a beginner, both machines are going to make you very happy. So how do we swing the decision either way? Well, the answer's kind of been in front of you since the start of this video. If you're after a machine to do a lot more rotoring, well, the Sainsmart 4040 Pro is going to be the one for you. If you want to do more of a mix of laser and rotoring, well, then the FoxAlien Masuter Pro is probably going to be the one that you choose. Now, it's not to say that the Sainsmart doesn't do lasering in the same way. It's not to say that the Masuter Pro doesn't do rotoring. They can do both, but that is probably the easiest way to decide. If you imagine a scale of laser to router, the percentage that you want to do of either one will probably ultimately help you decide whether you pick blue or orange. And if you are dead in the middle and can't make up your mind, well, flip a coin. It's probably going to be the easiest way to make that decision. I do hope you found this breakdown useful and it's helped you make a decision between either machine. If you're about to purchase one, do check out the affiliate links in the description area below. As I say, they will take you to the latest offers available for each machine. Thank you all very much for watching, and a final thanks as always goes to my patrons. If you want to get involved for exclusive giveaways, one-to-one help and early access to content, then do check out the Patreon links in the description area as well. I will see you all on the next episode.